everyone, welcome back. I'm Domingos. I'm also known as DMA and appreciate when I'm called DMA. So today we have this exponential equation exercise to solve. We have 2 to the power, a fractional expression, which is 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 1 minus 2 to the power 2 minus x over 2x plus 1, which is also another fractional expression on the exponent of 2 equal to 1. Okay, for this exponential equation, the approach that we're going to be applying is by letting the denominator to be equal to a new variable. Why the denominator? Because the denominator expression are the same. So we can let that 2x plus 1 is equal to, let's say, a variable t. But if we say 2x plus 1 is equal to t, we realize that the numerators are different. It's not 2x plus 1. So what we can do, we can isolate x. So we can have x is going to be equal, let's go step by step, 2x will be to t minus 1, and then this implies that x will be t minus 1 over 2. All right, that's the value of x. If that's the value of x, then we can calculate what's the value of this exponent and what's the value of the other exponent. So if we calculate the first exponent, we will have that 3x minus 1 over 2x plus 1 will be equal to, where there is x, we can replace by t minus 1 over 2. So we're going to have 3 times t minus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2x plus 1, we said it's t. So this is going to be equal to t. So that means here we have 3t minus 3 over 2 minus 1 over t. That means this is going to be equal 3t minus 3 minus 2 over 2t. All right. So we're going to have, this is 3t minus 5 over 2t, which is equal to 3 over 2 minus 5 over 2t. If we separate each one with the denominator, we get this expression for this expression. So for the second exponent, which is this exponent, we have that 2 minus x over 2x plus 1 in this particular case will be equal to 2 minus, where there is x, that's the expression, t minus 1 over 2 over t, because 2x plus 1 is t. So this is going to be 2 times 2, this is 4 minus t plus 1 over 2t. So then this is going to be equal, 4 plus 1 is 5, so we have 5 minus t over 2t. All right, separating each one with the denominator, we have 5 over 2t minus 1 over 2, because the t and t will be cancelled out. So this implies that our equation can be transformed into 2 to the power. This expression we calculated, we found to be this expression over here. So this is going to be 2 to the power 3 over 2 minus 5 over 2t is the exponent, minus 2 to the power 5 over 2t minus 1 over 2 equal to 1. All right, we now reduced our equation in terms of t. So that means we can let minus 5 or simply 5 over 2t to be equal to a new variable because they are the same in both sides. Okay. All right. So if we check now, we're going to have, by letting 5 over 2t to be equal to a new variable, then what are we going to have is like we're going to let 5 over 2t to be equal to a new variable, let's say a. So in this particular case, then we have 2 to the power 3 over 2 minus a minus 2 to the power a minus 1 over 2 equal to 1. So if we separate, we can have 2 to the power 3 over 2 times 2 to the power minus a minus 2 to the power a times 2 to the power minus 1 over a equal to 1. If we multiply all the expression by 2 to the power a, this and this will cancel out because the exponent will be symmetric, so will be 2 to the power 0, which is 1. So we simply have 2 to the power 3 over 2 minus, these they are the same, that will be squared, so we're going to have 2 to the power minus 1 over 2. Let me write this one first, and 2 to the power a squared times 2 to the power a times 1 is the same as 2 to the power a. So I can reorganize like this. 2 to the power a squared. This comes here subtracting 2 to the power a plus 2 to the power 3 over 2 equal to 0. Alright, if we check, this looks like a quadratic equation whereby we have a variable squared minus a variable plus the constant. So we can apply the quadratic equation formula. So if we do so, then we're going to consider 2a as all of this as the variable. So for the quadratic formula, we have a minus the coefficient of b, which is in this case we have minus 1. So that will be plus 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 squared minus 4 times, that is the value of a. So if we check the value of a, in this particular case is negative, because we reorganize this is negative. So we're going to have the value of a minus 2 to the power minus 1 over 2 times 2 to the power 3 over 2. Square root over 2 times a. So the value of a is this negative 2 to the power minus 1 over 2. So then 2 to the power a will be equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 1. Negative and negative, positive. So minus 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2, it's the same as 1. So 4 squared, 4 is 2 squared. So 2 squared times 2 will be 2 to the power 3, which is 8. So this multiplication, then we get 8. And over, this becomes negative 2 to the power minus 1 over 2. 1 over 2 in this particular case, because this is 1 plus minus 1 over 2 is simply 1 over 2. All right, this negative is from here. So now we have 2 to the power a will be equal to 1 plus or minus 3, because 1 plus 8 is 9, over minus 2 to the power 1 over 2. All right, so we can start first with the positive. So 2 to the power a can be equal. 1 plus 3 is actually 4. So we have 2 squared over minus 2 to the power 1 over 2. So 2 to the power a will be minus 2 minus 1 over 2. So because my base is negative, so we won't have any solution in real numbers. All right. So let's work with the negative. So with the negative, we will have 2 to the power a being equal. 1 minus 3 is obviously negative 2. With this negative, we will become positive. So we'll have 2 over 2 to the power 1 over 2, which is 2 to the power a will be 1 minus 1 over 2 is 1 over 2. So that means a will be equal to 1 over 2. All right. So if a is equal to 1 over 2, then what's the value of t? So we can just go here where we let, which is here. We will have that 5 over 2t will be equal to 1 over 2, because a is 1 over 2. Then that means 2t is going to be equal to 10. Then t is going to be equal to 5. This is going to be equal to 5. If it is 5, then what's the value of x? We know that x is equal to t minus 1 over 2. So that means x will be equal to 5 minus 1 over 2. X will be 4 over 2. And x will be equal to 2. So that's the solution for this exponential equation. Okay. So if you enjoy, leave your like, your comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share with your friends.